Into the Danny, February 3rd, 2026. And today we're going to be doing a walk and talk here in the beautiful Celebration. As I walk and I talk, I'm going to show you some of the bigger houses. These are the sort of the multi-million dollar homes. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about social media. I just got back on Instagram after probably not being on it for, God, it's got to be over 10, 12 years, easily. And I'm gonna give you. So I've seen the big swing change when. What the fuck? Sorry, there was a. God, that scared me. There was a deer. There was a deer that just took off, and it was big. And I'll see if I cut that out, but yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, man, that deer was just, geez, it was huge. And yeah, if you don't know, there are deer here in Celebration. They go out on the road and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about social media. I'm going to talk about 3 things I like about going back onto Instagram and 3 things I haven't liked. You guys know me. I like to organize things in that fashion. Pretty much that's it. And as of right now, all I have is X and YouTube, which are still my 2 favorite social medias and the only ones I wish I could be on. But hey, got to get on Instagram and pretty much that's it. All right, guys. So let's roll, like, and subscribe. Okay. Here we have one of the houses. Oh, that's a beauty. It's a beauty. At least a couple $1 million. But, I mean, you put a house like this in a major city, because, again, I consider Orlando a medium-sized city, you're talking 20 million easily, or 15 to 10 easily. But a beauty, nonetheless. Look at this. And you got on a golf course. Very nice. So you guys know me. I always start off with the good. So here are the 3 reasons that I'm happy to be back on Instagram. Okay? First reason is being able to catch up with old family and friends has been wonderful. Seeing people I went to high school with, seeing people that I played baseball with, family members. It's been great. You know, they support the channel. They message me some of their favorite episodes, and of course, they give me the suggestions, and I always take suggestions. It's good to be that way. Second reason I'm happy to be back on social media, on Instagram and on X. I just got a new X account. Is marketing reasons. Obviously, I want to spread the word of the channel and sort of get people to find out about the channels and hearing what people have to say and getting feedback and just building the community. So expansion. That's the second reason. The last reason that I'm happy to be on social media is, it kind of ties into reason 1. It's nice to see people you grew up with, people that are in your family. You see their interactions with their kids and their wives and the husbands so it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them interacting and going about life. And yeah, you've seen these people since you were children together, and now they're adults and going through life. So that's another added benefit of joining social media. Okay, so now let's get into the 3 reasons why I have to say that I'm not a fan of Instagram. It's okay, but here are the 3 things that I really don't like about it. I think that when we do things in life, it's not always going to be hunky-dory. Yeah, I had a great time doing it, or I've had a great experience doing it. So here are the 3 things that I have to deal with, because, again, I like being friends. I like having, my friends and my family there, and I like what it does for the channel. But yeah, furthermore, without further ado, here are the 3 reasons why I just don't like social media. This is probably one of the biggest and most expensive houses in Celebration. I mean, this is This is like this reminds me like the Hamptons, you know, like in New York. I mean, look at this thing. It's a beast. Right on the golf course. I believe this is one of the most expensive houses too in Celebration. This one is almost $20 million. So pretty crazy. Look at that. Again, I don't know who lives here. I don't know who owns these homes. I've told Melissa that I think it's just people from like New England or maybe Europe that own these homes that are extremely wealthy and then maybe come stay here for a month out of the year. Believe it or not, that kind of wealth does exist. They just come stay here for a month whenever, you know, their kids want to go to Disney. They just come here and stay in their mansion. So, but it is nice. It is very, very nice. Here we have another one. This is a sort of like a European type style, modern European, I would say. But you got the arches there at the front, nice water fountain. So the first thing that I hate or dislike so far about being on social media is basically managing all of them, right? So like I have to, you know, if I post something on YouTube, then I got to go post it on X, then I got to go post it on Instagram. So it becomes a lot. Now I know there are apps where Melissa was explaining to me that there are apps where you can basically, like YouTube, I just do it direct to YouTube and that's never going to change. It's the other platforms like TikTok and Instagram where I have to go separately and upload everything, hashtag it, you know, sort of design it a little bit. That can be kind of tiresome and annoying, but again, like I've said, there's worse things in the world, but yeah, it's just managing it all and having to look at each. It can become a little bit mentally stressful. People watching this are probably thinking, yeah, you think that's mentally stressful? Try laying roof in the summer. So, but either way, it's just a little annoying to have to go and go to each one and see if I posted it correctly, if I'm posting at the right times and things like that. Again, here's another beauty. 3-car garage, beautiful driveway. The kind of look I like. Kind of modern colonial, I would call this. Again, on a golf course. Very pretty. Second reason why I dislike social media, and again, I don't consider YouTube social media. I consider it more of a streaming platform, comparable to something like, let's say, Netflix or Amazon Prime or HBO. I think it's a place where you're going to find a lot more content creators, people creating art, people creating podcasts, traveling. So it's more long form content. I get that you get the same sort of toxicity on YouTube, but either way, I digress. The second thing that I really don't like about social media is people posting their politics. Now, I get it. Hey, guilty as charged. Both Melissa and I, we've posted a bunch of stuff about our political beliefs in the past, but it's something for me that I'm trying to really get away from. I'm not perfect at it. I definitely still watch some of it, listen to some of it, but I'm trying to eliminate it as much as possible. But inevitably, you're going to run into it, and it's hyper tensive on Instagram. What I do like that Instagram is doing is really, like it will. You'll see something on your feed, whether it be the story or whether it be on your post, and it'll say, "Do you like this content? Yes or no?" And if it's anything political, I hit no. So, again, I'm trying to get rid of it. I've gotten rid of a lot of the political stuff in my feeds or just me alone watching it, but inevitably you're going to run into it. So second reason, I hate the political stuff. And for the record, why I don't talk politics on this channel, I'm very happy to have a conversation with somebody when it comes to politics. When it comes to politics, if the conversation is going to be in good faith, if you want to have a conversation with me and you don't want to tie every single one of your opinions on every single issue to a politician and to that politician's brand, and instead want to get to the core of the issue and what the issue is and how do we solve it, then I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. But if it's just going to be just you yelling at me and I'm, having to take that disrespect, then honestly, I don't want to have a conversation about it. But either way, let's go to number one reason why I really can't stand Instagram that much. Got the look at this one. So this is more like farmhouse style. That's what I like about Celebration. All the homes are different. It's not really cookie cutter. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I'm in a public area, by the way, but he has a lot of Christmas trees. Funny, it's just a older guy. He's just walking around, and must be nice, right, to have that much money and just be older and healthy. And at least he's healthy. And you're just so rich that you're just walking around like, oh boy, I'm rich. I have nothing to do today. One of the challenges, and I'm going to give you reason one now, but one of the challenges in doing what I do is sort of toting the line between should I say this or should I not say this, right? And honestly, my filter is really starting to drop. I'm the kind of person that I gotta tell you how I feel. I'm not someone that can hold it in or fake it. Like there's not a lot, but there are Disney vloggers that I watch and I'm just like, man, this person is, sorry, I got a bunch of gnats here, right? This person is just faking this review. And you can tell from a mile away. So let me give you reason one why, honestly, I really can't stand Instagram. I was watching a video, and this is reason one that I don't like Instagram. I was watching a video, funny enough, on Instagram. Might have been a week ago, something like that, where the guy was explaining that one of the worst parts of Instagram is dealing with people that that are referred to as lurkers, right? I found the name to be funny, lurkers, but I started to listen to him, and basically what he was saying was that these are people that will follow you. They'll actually go and follow you. You'll follow them back because you know them. And what they will do is they will spend the entire time on Instagram, and they're always on Instagram. They're on Instagram more than the people who work at Instagram. When you post something, they're the first ones to see it. They're constantly uploading. If they're not constantly uploading, they're constantly watching you. You can post a picture of yourself, they don't like it. You could post a story on you doing something, they're not going to like it. You can post a story of you and your family, they're not going to like it. You can post a story of you passing away at the hospital from cancer, saying goodbye, I love you. They're not going to like it, but they're always watching you. So you kind of start to think to yourself, well, why are you following me? If you never message me, you never interact with me, and you don't like anything I post, why are you following me? And Melissa, to her credit, and she's right, she's like, babe, you shouldn't care about that. Who cares? You don't understand Instagram. And I'm like, I know, but I understand myself, and I understand human nature. And, or at least I try to understand human nature, right? I try to think to myself, well, by golly, if I'm going to follow somebody, right, I'm going to at least like one picture. I'm going to interact with them a little bit. I'm going to message them. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to say, that was funny, Danny. So what I did was I had about 2 or 3 people that I do know that I would deem as lurkers. And again, like, this is a very small percentage of the people that follow me or that I follow. It's 2 or 3 people, and I just block them and unfollow them. These people are they're just ultimate losers that, their mom and dad bought everything for them in their whole life, so they don't even know how to pay a cell phone bill. But besides that, that's pretty much how I handle that. So again, it's a stupid thing to get bothered by, but I got bothered by it. So, Melissa's teaching me Instagram and saying, no, don't take it that way or whatever. But with these 3 people, I already know they don't like me, so I don't like them. So I block them and that's it. It's over. What else? So just to go over it again, 3 reasons I like Instagram. I get to see in social media. I like to see old family and friends. That's very nice. Been awesome catching up with them. Number two, it's great for my growth as my YouTube growth. Number three, it's nice to see those friends and family sort of grow and see their families and their experiences, and that's been awesome to see. 3 reasons I don't like social media, and I'll give you my final thoughts now. Number one, it's more work, which is fine. That's part of the journey, but having to manage all of them can be a little stressful, a little annoying. Nothing compared to the real world, but can be a little stressful. What else? Can't stand the lurkers, and but we identify them relatively quickly and block them. And then the last reason, that's right, and dealing with the politics. I just hate seeing those posts. They can be kind of annoying, but I'm getting it out of my life. Oh, look, I'm here with Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna like that. Skip him. Ultimately, social media, whether it be Instagram or X or TikTok or whatever it is, I am going to start my TikTok soon. It's kind of a love-hate thing. I want to reiterate this. I don't consider YouTube social media, but anything like, for instance, like I said, X, Instagram, TikTok, I can't even remember, MySpace. I'm just kidding. It's always going to be a love-hate relationship. It's never going to be, perfect. But at the end of the day, I like to grow my channel. I like to see my old family and friends. It's very nice to see them. But again, you got to deal with the 2-3 idiots, and you got to deal with some things that you might not want to. Again, when I started this channel, the primary reason is I have 2 primary reasons why I started this channel. And again, I'll make a video one day on that subject a little bit better because it was my first video ever. But my 2 primary reasons to start this channel were to create a community of like-minded people, and second, it's more of like a therapy. It's a form of therapy. I want to be able to speak my mind and get out my thoughts. And again, you might disagree with me, you might agree with me. A lot of people in the Villages video, a lot of their residents didn't agree with me. I had a few comments and words said to me, and I took the criticism and responded and in a respectful manner. And that's pretty much it. So, not a long vlog. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please comment down below. How do you feel about social media? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are some of the things that you like about it, that you do not like about it? Have you interacted with social media less these days? But thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.